Hey, it's been a minute. I was doing this thing I was calling it the 420 candle. I was trying to get online here at 420 every day and do Bitcoin prices. It was tough, man. It's tough. 420 in the morning is easy, but the kids in the afternoon melt down reliably at like 4 o'clock. It was really weird. I'm gonna decouple the show from the time slot. Try to do a twice daily update, despite I don't know what time they're gonna be. We'll figure it out. I think they're gonna be around the 3 o'clock hour in the West Coast time. The stock market closes on the East Coast at 2 p.m. my time, so it gives about an hour for the crypto markets to react to the closing. I'm probably gonna call it something like MoleHill candles and news, um, you know, something like that. But anyway, let's check Bitcoin price. Here's some of the notes I was making back the last time I was here. October, November, and then what happened here? Any news about Bitcoin, by the way, guys? What happened? Did something happen while I was gone? Did Bitcoin like absolutely go on a tear while I was gone? Yeah, it totally did. Not that you can tell from this, but it absolutely did. Wow, there you go. That's how we can tell. Um, yeah, Bitcoin is setting new records. It's more than doubled since the last time I made a video. A lot of moments where I was like, damn, I should just go record because of that price breakout. But you know, we've been pretty busy around here. So, all right, but let's take a look. So you might be familiar if you were here before. I do like to do like 12-hour long, like price checks. And I was kind of messing around like they were going to be at 420 again, but looking here, what I can tell you here, it's pretty sideways anyway. It doesn't really matter if I move it back. Let's go like, yeah. What time is it? 3:40. Yeah. That's actually pretty much the same. What's that? A 1/4% change. So not a huge change. Sideways movement in the last 12 hours. Let's scroll back a little bit. When's the last time there was some decent change? On the 5th. So we've been just kind of cruising sideways. I mean, we are setting new records too. I guess like this is probably the new height on Bitcoin in general, because every time, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's good. So that's the price breaking out hard. Bitcoin's on a tear. It's an exploratory territory. That means no one really knows where it's going to go. Um, People are talking about it being worth $100,000, 300, a million. I don't know. I don't know. Also, people are saying that this kind of rapid price increase eventually has to correct, so to watch for a big crash. So there's that too. Oh, is that it? Oh. Anyways, okay. Let's look at some clouds. So in general, we have some thin support with a little more detail. A little more detail. Yeah. All right. The conversion line is up above the baseline. It's pointed up. Baseline's flat. The lagging indicator is like straight down. Oh, but it is changing quick. So yeah, on a 5-minute candle, you can really see stuff changing like that. But anyways, yeah, that's pointed pretty straight down. So we'll see. It's a little bit of a mixed signal here. The conversion line is not aggressively pointed up, just slightly, and the support is thinner. It's medium. I don't know. It's a medium. Our EMAs are all pointing up. So yeah, maybe it'll bounce. Keep going up. I mean, why not? It's been doing that for weeks. um, yeah, that's the Bitcoin. We usually start with the coin market cap, but I wanted to see like that dramatic, you know, last couple months rise. Normally we start here though. The coin market cap. This is what all the coins in circulation are worth, multiplied against the individual cost of the coin, or cost of an individual coin, I should say. And then you get this here, market volume. This tells you like this is the overall worth. Oops, this is it, market cap. This is like the overall worth of that entire coin. Um, so they go in order here. That's how we usually start. Not a lot of changes at the top. Bitcoin always been on top. with this $766 billion market cap. That is enormous compared to what it was just a little while ago. When I was doing the show last few times, it was like in the 400,000s, I think. Ethereum, $140,000 market cap. I want to say it was around 10 or 14 grand, and that makes sense because Ethereums are trading at like $200. So, Tether's always worth $1, but how much Tether is on the network goes up a lot. 23 billion and more than 23.5 billion right there. XRP up at number 4. I like seeing it there. That's good. XRP is a good coin. I think it's interesting. We'll talk more about XRP in a bit, but 15 bill, just a bit above. 11.5 bill for Litecoin, which has been trading at 171. I mean, man, like I made a show in like November was my last one, and it was going for like 10 grand, 250, always $1. I think it was like this might have been higher actually because they took a beating recently. This might have been like I don't remember anymore. This is $40. Cardano was 25 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents. It was only 10 cents, 11 cents. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's where we were. Cardano 9 bill market cap, 9.7. So we're looking good there. Let's look at the 24-hour changes. We always like to look at the fastest movers in 24 hours. Damn, dude, 30%, 29, 26. Okay, let's go through it. Bitcoin SV. I don't like these coins. I talk shit about it every time I see them, but I can't help myself. Like, what the fuck, Bitcoin SV? Let's go back here. No, let's go back here. Bitcoin Cash, you know? Bitcoin SV. Okay, there's more. They're not there today, but there is more. But they're annoying as hell. What in the hell? Guys. Thank you for bearing with me through these troubling times. Okay, 32% on Bitcoin SV. But it's like, why do you gotta be called call yourself anything? Bitcoin SV, the fucking SV. Like, what you're trying to do is people don't know shit. You're trying to make them buy your coin accidentally. You're trying to get them roped into your network because they see this Bitcoin and they don't realize what this SV bullshit is. Right? That's just what I think. I think it's garbage. Like, come up with a new name. Everyone has a new name. You don't have to be Bitcoin fucking SV. It's stupid. Avalanche, don't know shit about it. Holo, don't know shit about it. Band. I have learned about Band in the past, but it's like foggy in my mind. It was an interesting coin though, and it actually has a use. I'm not saying any ones don't. Bitcoin in general is just a currency, so typically derivatives of Bitcoin are also just a currency, as opposed to stuff like Ethereum or Cardano, which are actually like networks that run programs. So I couldn't say for these. I do believe Band has some. Let's look it up. I remember liking it, and we do one coin a day on here. We like to pull one coin a day to learn about. Band. Why is this talking about Tron? Well, it used to explain to you a little bit about the coin on here, but I don't know. Maybe just this one doesn't have the information. Because this is all like news about Sushi Swap and stuff. All right. Well, good. Great. Wonderful. We don't know anything about Band. We don't care. Moving on. Bitcoin's doing stuff. Well, that candle closed a little bit down, but yeah. Okay. There's really only one news story that I felt like going over today. And that's about Ripple. That's what I just mentioned a minute ago, that their prices bounced back, but they took a huge beating because the SEC said they're going to file a lawsuit about them. Hester Pierce was on a podcast recently trying to talk about that after the fact. She is Crypto Mom. She is on, what is she on? She's like the SEC's board of commissioners. I think there's 5 of them. She explains in this article. She's also explained it in great detail on a different podcast. And I don't want to take too much time trying to remember it, but if you just look up her and crypto podcast, you'll find one from like three or so months ago, which was really good. I recommend it. I really wish I could think of what it was called, but anyway, she's just bummed that like XRP sort of waded into this problem mostly by accident, especially after the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network classified them as a digital currency. SEC went ahead and said, no, you're not a currency, you're a security. So you've been selling securities without the SEC, I don't know, authorization or whatever. So we're gonna like sue you for it. That's the gist of the lawsuit. That's why Ripple took a huge beating. Um, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. The 3 out of 5 people on the board have to agree, I think, to sue Ripple. So we'll see what they do. Um, but yeah, she's basically saying like it's not the way we want to go forward. It's more of a I don't know. She's sort of saying it's more of like a I don't think she's calling it a paperwork problem, but she's just sort of like it's just a hitch in the way the government works right now that like one organization can call you one thing, the other can call you another, and somewhere in here she just talks about that like basically it's going to come down to who Joe Biden puts in office and who in this office in the SEC, and that person's probably going to sort of just take the reins on and the culture of the group, I guess, and sort of just where they're going and how they feel about cryptos, and if they're lenient toward cryptos or strict toward cryptos, and how proactive they are and how reactive they are. Because this is reactive, and that's what Crypto Mom is bummed about. She's saying in the other podcast I listened to, not the one being referenced here, that as a chairman on the SEC, she's going to particularly go out of her way to get out ahead and be proactive about bringing online cryptocurrencies. Just a little bit more about her before I close out for the day. One of the things that she said that impressed me, and if she ever runs for office of any kind, it's worth paying attention to. She said something like, America can't afford to fall behind in like cryptocurrencies, fintech technologies, and stuff like that, by being regulatory, like by closing like being too complicated or too like conservative, regulatory wise. We need to like let companies experiment, let these things sort of happen, let the market test itself out, if that makes sense. So she's a good person. She's in crypto's corner, a clear thinker, and like hopefully whoever Biden puts in like gives her the space to improve SEC and crypto relations. So we'll see. I heard about that lawsuit and didn't think it was as big of a deal as people seem to think. I kind of tended to think that they'll come to some sort of agreement. There's a lot of big corporations already using Ripple, especially in international payments. So, and it's an American company. So to hobble that company, I don't know, over some sort of like misnomer of what they do is a little odd to me. Um, to be fair, this is a cryptocurrency podcast, and let me say, Ripple is not decentralized. It is not in the typical spirit of cryptocurrencies. It's definitely more of a financial technology that like dips its toe into blockchains rather than like a cryptocurrency that is decentralized in mind and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's more there. Their lawsuit's not baseless or anything, but you know, there's stuff going on there. That's interesting to think about. All right, I'm gonna call it. It's been good to be back. I will make it a regular thing. So what are we calling this? Oh God, what are we calling this? I don't want to sound stupid. MoleHill Mindle. Oh, MoleHill Candles and News. There you go. All right. Thank you for bearing with me, checking back up on me after I came back, and I hope to see you all soon.